what's up, gang? Boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another So-So production. It's Monday, June the 6th, 2022. Halfway through the year now. Doing it. Pew pew! Zerp zerp. Zerp zerp. Or zap zap. That's the sound of future guns, dude. The laser guns. Zap. Zap zap. Zap zap. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's safe and sound wherever you are. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Let's get into it, man. I had a wonderful time on the weekend. It was productive, a little bit relaxing, a little bit of everything, and we'll get into it. What's on the agenda today? Not that we ever have an agenda, but let's keep it loose as per usual. Back in the day, kids used to go outside and play. You know what I'm talking about? Nowadays, that's what we used to do. Back when I was a kid, I used to go out and play. Nowadays you don't see too much of that. Most of the times you hear, what I'd hear, what I see from afar, is kids be playing online. They're on the lines. They're playing that online tag. You're it through clicking. You're it. Click. You're it. And you see them with the headphones, yelling at each other. You're it. Doesn't feel the same. Something there that's missing. But nonetheless, man, here I am talking to you on the lines, reminiscing about the times that we used to spend less time on the lines. And we'll get into it. I guess a little bit of today's theme is trying to find that balance. Like every day we're trying, baby. That's what it is. But we'll get into it. Yeah. Everything's, you're online, you're saying you're it. You're it. We've become it. You and I are it. We're merging with it. This is it. That's it. We're it. It's us. It's merging with the machines, I guess, little by little. I don't know, but you gotta find that balance. That's what it is, man. I mean, what is real anymore? Where do we stop and draw what is a human? You know what I mean? Where does it stop? What is a human? At one point, when do we in history, where's that time? You go from different types of species of human, evolution, Homo sapiens, been around for a couple of 100,000, no big deal. 250, they say. We give it, but then again, I don't know. But then again, so I don't know. 250,000 sounds about right. But nowadays we're all on me personally, I can't come and be like, oh, the kids are on the line. I'm on the lines. I'm on the lines a lot. I spend a lot of time with the computers and the phones. A lot of this is, takes my attention. I gotta be on the lines. Can't not be on the lines, but you gotta have that balance. But that's the thing. Where do we stop and draw the line between, like, what is a human? Is this a human? This is a human, right? But like, you cut off that mobility, talking about that cellular service, all of a sudden, are we human? We are. We're old school humans, but now we're that high tech being right now. I don't know. We got to come up with a name, because that's the thing, man. Congratulations, by the way, to over the past week. I think it was in England, in the UK, in the Kingdom, in the Queendom, the Jubilee went down. Congratulations to the, and that's the thing. We're all about uplifting everybody. Looking at, from all aspects, the Jubilee, the Queen, who's been reigning the most, who's been making it drip hard for 70 years, fam. Always talking about the patriarchy. That's the matriarchy kicking ass. 70 years. Who's been ruling the longest? Dripping, baby, with the fanciest of drips. Shout out to the Queen. That's there's things to be admired, and it's impressive. 70 years of reigning, God, wet, soaking, drip, drip. So there's because and that's the thing, and it's impressive to say the least. 7 years, but one thing again, like, where do we draw the line of what is because that's the thing. I saw like a 2-minute clip, if I'm not mistaken, but then again, what is real, what isn't. I think they were showing the Queen, a hologram of the Queen riding around in her carriage, and that's the thousands of people, hundreds of people were gathered waving hello and goodbye to a hologram, which is bonkers. Because it was the real deal. If it was the real, and not to say she didn't go out. She's been out. She's been out. She's also been in. She's in and out, baby. She's fast. Not as fast as she used to be, of course, but she's still fast. She gets around. But and you see people and us, and it's like, what is it's objectively looking at it. Yes, I under like now. Where do we draw the line? You know what I mean? Like, where does, because we're now going out there like it's. We're pretending like if it was her, and she has been in settings, she's out there doing, but when you get up in masses and you go out to wave to a hologram of a person, and we're all supposed to just like sit and pretend like it's for reals, it's like you're resources gathering. And again, she's been there, she's present, it's not like she's not, but the portion of it, if I'm not mistaken, if what I saw was for reals, hologram. She's now joined the likes of, she's now like Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Drop that LP or EP, whichever she might be. You never know. She's sitting on material, man, for 7 years of reigning. Must have a couple of bars. So impressive, in terms of, that's a record of sorts, right? 7 years of being on a throne, dude. 7 years of sitting. 70 years of, that'll cause some hemorrhoids. That'll give you some, I don't know. You'll end up with an extra skin tag, or at least 70 years of reigning. So, impressive. I thought, I didn't know how much you forget, because certain figures in history, you look at them and you're like, man, they're like 1,000 years old. So and the Queen happens to be, for me, one of those figures. You look at certain people and you're like, man, impressive, but like, damn, 7 years of reigning. But congrats to, that's what it is. And it's, and it's like, but yeah, the mind fuck is when you see the masses and we're like, yeah, totally normals. Totally normal. Here's the thing, even if it wasn't the Queen, even if it was Tupac or anybody else, I'm not showing up to I barely show up for real people. I show up for, if I care for you, if we're close, I will show up. But like, you know what I mean? I'm talking about like, let's go to a hologram show of, I guess maybe the hologram show isn't like the focal point. They're probably real artists. And then that hologram is a part of the show too. I would never, and we say this now, but what is the future might just be all holograms, dude. And that you gals have heard, oh, are we in a simulation? Are we not in a simulation? That is a simulation. That is weird in my mind. Because I'm like, people are waving at nothing. It's not even, it's barely an image. It's not even, I would rather see if it was a painting of her, because at least you're like, okay, all right, it's a solid painting of the Queen. It wasn't even, that's the thing, right? I could even maybe, dude, put one of those like old school TVs with the thick backs, dude. Put one of those TVs, cast her photo or like picture, so she's like, at least that is, I can be like, but this is like, now we're crossing that line between, okay, what is real, what is not real. And I, for one, can I send my hologram out there to do certain works? You know what I'm talking about? And you're like, oh man. That's because people showed up for that. Why wouldn't you show up for another hologram? But at the same rate, it's like, dude, is that where we're going? Is that, anyway, I don't know why I got there, but I got there. So it's just like finding that balance. Where do you draw the line? You got to draw the line somewhere, god damn it. Isn't it weird? Isn't it? Again, she's been to different locations, but the portion where she's carried off and she's not, her holograms she's riding in a carriage, dude, for fakes. It's not, and people are like waiting on the street. There's a whole, you go check it out. There's a whole, whatever's upholding all of that, the people are like, marching with the horses, with the streets have been shut off, have been turned off, they've been, steer clear out the streets. We've cleared the streets. What for? As a hologram, she's see through. She can go through you. You can go through her, and weird, but nonetheless, man. I mean, again, glass half full. It's impressive. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So also, fellas, step it up. This lady's been reigning for 70 years. I think she might be the longest ruler in the ruler category. She's, you know what I mean. Not like, head of state, queen, king, a bishop, a soldier. No, wait. You know what I'm talking about. A figure. Doing it. That's what I wanted to say about that. Anywho, moving forward, what else is going on, man? I was out on, when was it? I think it was Friday evening. Just went out for a little local walk around the hood. Feeling, as I normally do, somewhere in between. Feeling okay. Feeling okay. Feeling, because it's a little bit of just everything. Like many of you guys, we're all, getting back into it. And it's a slow process. That's why you got to remember this is the slowest of drips. We're that IV, but we're, somebody's foot is on the line, baby. It's dripping, but it's dripping extra slow. We like it extra slow. So I was outside. I was about to go for a walk. I'm like, let me go grab a cup of coffee from my local Tim's. And I go there. I grab my coffee. I'm about to head out. And I'm wearing this. This is what I'm wearing. No big deal. Nothing, I'm not, but there's a little bit of relevance as to why I'm mentioning that I was wearing this. Grab my coffee. I'm about to exit through the exit door, which is also coincidentally the entrance door. Confused. That door's, that door's it's one of those by doors. You feel me? Is it coming or is it going? Nobody knows. Performs both exiting and entering. I'm about to leave, and as soon as I'm about to open the door, I see a lady who's about to walk on in. And you know me, dog. If I can hold the door open, I will hold the door open. If I could, doors that don't even want to be, I will hold it open. So that's what I did, and that's what I does. I holds the door open, and in my mind, I've already got my coffee in hand. Headphones are in the ears, listening to my tunes on a low volume because I'm inside. Can't be blasting it yet. As soon as you step outside, you can blast your music. But inside, you want to keep it down so you hear people what you want for your order. You got to be able to communicate, all that jazz. But point is, I go in whenever I'm about to open a door for some or hold a door open for somebody here from experience, living. Man, how many days have I been on Earth? Thousands of days. After having thousands of days of experience on this planet, I've realized there are typically two outcomes when it comes to you holding a door open for a fella or a lady. Outcome number one, they're in their zone, they're in their mind, they're in their routine, they don't even notice you. Sometimes they'll pass on by and won't even notice you holding the door open. And from the holder position, from the door holder position, you don't expect anything, you're doing something, you don't expect anybody to say thank you or, it'd be nice. That's the, you hold the door open, thank you. That's the yes, please, thank yous. It's the little things that just reassure you that everything in society is a-okay, despite the fact that, sometimes you get a little feeling in your tummy. It's the little gestures that just reassure you, that we're still chill, we're still good. Sometimes it doesn't happen to most people. Do say thank you, and I say thank when somebody opens the door and holds it for me. I happen to say thank you. I don't think I've skipped the thank you since I want to say mid-90s, bro. Mid-90s. I've not skipped the thank you for a held door. But the people who don't thank you, it'll just sometimes, even though you're not expecting anything, it's just again you're waiting for that reassurance of like societal bonds that are like yes. Reaffirming that yes, yeah, we're together, we're a team, we're a gang. with doors. When somebody doesn't show that little teeny tiny bit of not gratitude, just even a head nod, a little something, just a little tick or something, just to like just so you know that I'm there, so that you, because the ones that don't will leave you to because there's sometimes people are legit in their own mind, they don't even notice you, that which is fine completely. But there's some people, doesn't happen too often, but when you hold it, has this ever happened to you guys and gals, when you hold the door open for somebody and then they walk in with their nose all fucking up in this, with the chin out, with the chest down, and they don't say anything, and they just walk in, but they give you a look, and you just like, it conveys the message of, I guess, yeah, of course you should be holding the door open, of course yours truly is walking through the door. You know what I mean? And you just feel like the biggest jackass because you're like, oh, where's the confirmation that everything's good in society? Yes, please, thank you. Where is it? I needs it, even though I don't, but you know what I mean? Like, when it's there, it's highly appreciated. When it's not there, in some cases, it just gives you a little, is everything not okay in society? Are we about to crumble? If things start, spiraling real fast? But no, we're okay. But in this particular instance, I held the door open. The lady walks in, and in my mind, I've already got the default setting. Again, option A, she doesn't say anything, she walks in. Option 2, she might say something along the lines of thank you, or oh, how kind, something like that. So in my mind, I'm ready. If there's nothing in response, no problem. I'm on my way, listen to music, blast in music in the head. Not a problem in the entire world, fam. Option 2, I'm ready. So if she says thank you, I come back with a solid you're welcome. You're welcome. So it's already locked in, dude. The only thing I'm looking for is the slightest bit of movement, a little bit of trembling on your lips. The you're welcome's right there. So I open the door, hold it, she walks in, squeezes on by, and instead of saying thank you, she says to me, nice outfit. But this all happens fairly quick. Now this, I'm breaking it down for you, so it may seem slow motion, but when we're going through it, open the door, she comes in, nice outfit. I go, you're welcome. Why? Because of the default setting. Nice outfit, response, you're welcome. And I just caught myself, and it's just like, and it's one of those moments where you put your foot in your mouth. That's what it is. Because a little bit. Because I was expecting a thank you, so I come back with but I saw her lips move, and a little bit, the music wasn't too loud, but then I was assuming she's gonna say thank you because I saw the lips trembling. But she said nice outfit. Immediately, I didn't even give it a second, I just came back with you're welcome. And then she looked at me, and I looked at her, I'm like, oh no. And I walked away. Never to return again until sometime this week. But that's made me feel like, that's the thing. It's all about, again, going back to having that little bit of balance. It's because, as much as, your boy's not really been, I've only been, for the past, almost 2 years now, I've just been focusing so much on like work, comedy, try to occupy myself with, so my mind isn't even in the, it's not anywhere else. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say, but I want a little portion of my mind to be a little bit somewhere else at the same time. So that, that's the thing, because I guess somewhat related to this topic is the notion of, I guess, dating and how you meet people, A lot of people, myself included, these days you might resort to online dating, you might, resort to online dating, or you might resort to online dating, but a part of me does wish we would go back to, I guess, it's good to have options, what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to like open up my mind and idea of just what if you happen to meet somebody in persons, and people's in real life sees. What is that? But then again, you never know. Is it a hologram? I don't know. But yeah, man, it's just one of those like, as soon as I left, I'm just like calling myself an idiot because I'm like, not that anything would, but it's like one of those like, oh, somebody's like initiating maybe a little conversation. You never know, baby. You never know what happens. And it'd be nice, dude, because your boy's just, again, been, yeah, man, I'd like to be, going back to dating, it's not, finding the right person is a little bit challenging. Let's just say that dating could be, it could be whatevs, but like if you're looking to find something, and I'm in that time in my life where I need to hopefully, find somebody who I can have the fun with, but who also, biggest thing I think on my list in terms of what's priority numero uno, in terms of a quality or a attribute of my partner, I'd say that I like to be able to communicate with her really well. Communication is probably numero uno. Everything else is very, yes, of course, there's got to be that like early onset attraction. There's got to be, you check my shoulder to waist ratio. I check your hip to waist ratio. I'm like, okay, you got them birthing hips. You're like, man, he's got the widest shoulders. And, after we check those little boxes, it all goes back to, can we communicate? Do we understand each other, So I'm trying to prepare myself, not prepare, but like mentally put myself out there. There is other means of meeting, because, yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to find somebody that you can merge with, that you can become one, So as soon as she said thank you and I said you're welcome, I just felt like I'm like, oh, idiot. Maybe a conversation. I could have come back because I'm so good at reversing, dude. I could have easily reversed it. I could have been, oh, I like your outfit too. I wasn't even paying attention as to what she was wearing, but oh, nice nails. No, not nice snails. You never know. She might be carrying snails, dude. She might be. Be prepared. But no, I came back with a solid, you're welcome for the outfit. You're welcome. Yeah, no, but yeah, you're welcome. God. Just totally missed the ball on that one, dudes, ladies. But hopefully, there's always, and not to say that conversation would have led to any, but just, I was, yeah, in my own mind, just doing my own thing and not really. But now I gotta, pay more attention to what's on the outside. It's what's on the outside that counts. No, wait. It's what's on your insides that count, but people are on the, it's a balance. It's a balancing game. It's a balancing game, man. What else has been going on, fam? The reason why I'm talking a little bit about that balance is because I've also been doing a little bit of reading, been just powering through this book that I've been introduced to, and I've been powering through it. I'd say I'm 3/4 through the book. It's a thickie, and I'm a fan of reading. I'm not going to tell you which books to read. I'm just a fan of reading. Read as much as you can is what I've told myself and is what I'm advocating. But the gist of it is, if I can summarize it thus far, I would say that we need to be, all of us, we need to first of all unite as one, and second, we need to, in all aspects of life, try to have that balance, but also utilize all faculties to make sense of this. And that's what we're trying to do, baby. Make as much sense as we can, even though things get nonsensical sometimes up in this bitch. We try to, get a good handle on what is going, what is real, what is not. Is that the real queen, or is that a hologram? Holla at your holograms. You gotta ask questions. Because that's the thing, I think about these things. If you're willing to, she's alive right now, maybe, because you don't know what's a hologram. You don't know what's not a hologram. She's for reals for now, but you know what I mean? What if at one point she stops being reals, and she's around that age, and natural occurrences come for the best of us too. But is that the future? Might we going, I don't know what the right word is. Is it idolizing? Is it worshiping? Is it, is it possible to have a queen or a king of a hologram or a, you know what I mean? Like, that's us to the machine, basically, because that's not the person. We're worshiping not even the person anymore, and even the person itself worshiping of anybody, putting people on pedestals can be problematic, or, look at it from all aspects. 70 years, fucking impressive. Having a king and a queen, it's a little weird in my mind. Because in my mind, we're all kings and queens. But, there's not many available positions out there. It's not one of those things you can apply for, you know what I mean? Somebody's not being cool with the fam, It's particular, it's not something you can just be like, oh, I'm gonna just drop off a resume because I heard one of the boys is not, one of the boys and his lady, they're not, they may not be potentially down with the monarchy. I'm gonna fill in that position. You know what I mean? If somebody's out there, they come in and like marry into it, and then they're shit talking about but then they're still in, but they're still, I don't know, what are you guys talking about, man? All I'm trying to say is that it's hard to get into those positions, but nonetheless, still 70 years, impressive. So, glass half full. And also, are you guys ready to wave to nothing? And man, a little bit of a mind fuck, a little bit, just a little bit, just a teeny tiny. Don't look over here, nothing to see here, folks. Keep moving forward as you'd normally do. It's just a hologram. Don't mind the hologram. Gather all your resources and come to pay respects to the hologram. Holla at your hologram. It'd be, if she got online with if she came in and did a little bit of, with Tupac, a concert with the Queen and Tupac, might be big. I don't know. We'll see. Point is that I've been reading a little bit, and I'm trying to, as every day as I try, and you can only try, try to gain that balance in everything. Hence, opening of your heart and your mind to, the outside. What is out there? The potential soulmate, potential partner, potential lover, or potential friends, family members, potential gang members, potential fellow members of the syndicate. You never know until you put in the time and effort, man. That's what I'm trying to say. And a portion of this, I want a little parentheses again. I'd like to, first of all, thank everybody who's been with your boy from the get-go. Thank you very much. If you've just joined us today, boy Rob Sadri. I like to talk about everything and nothing, doing a little bit of storytelling, aspiring comics. So, if you like these videos, bueno, and I'm just trying to make them better for you. You can find them on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Patreon. It's there Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'd like to say that. And also, I'd like to be able to, I don't know if I've been very clear about this, but I'd like to be a little bit more clear about this so that there are no misunderstandings or misconceptions or any confusion as to how things operate around here, and with seemingly on the I guess I don't know how, because that's the thing. I do this and I do the performance and I dippy post and ghost. I don't know how it's being somewhat, I kind of get a glimpse of, because it's still very early and we're still very small operation, but I don't want there to be a misconception. It's just this one guy, and because it is, but it isn't. It is, but it isn't, because I am, yes, you might just see one person, and no, it's not a hologram. For reals, dude, you, for reals. If I bite myself, I will come back with an ow. I'm not gonna demonstrate because I don't want to leave a bite mark, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, fine. Look at that. Can you guys see that? For reals. You don't see that with the holograms. But I don't want there to be a misconception of, just what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say is that I'm thankful for the people that are in my life. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm grateful for my friend. It's mostly friend. Let's be honest. Your boy circle very tiny, very tight, and family member, also members very tiny. But nonetheless, I'm very happy and I'm very grateful for those people because, yeah, none of us would be where we are today were it not for other people, whether it's your mom and dad, whether it's your family members, whether it's your friends, your support group, your teammates, your coworkers, your cousin, a fucking raccoon in the streets who's always got your back, a couple of squirrels, a couple of flying monkeys, whatever you're rolling with. But yeah, I don't want there to ever be because I don't want to use the term struggle because I think nowadays everybody just throws that word around way too. I'm struggling with them. I'm struggling. The real struggle is a struggle, but you know what I mean. So this is not a struggle, but I do maybe grapple with this notion of sometimes, you get wrapped up in your own little bubble or in your world of doing things, and sometimes you might feel. I do anyway. I battle with this a little bit. You might feel a little bit lonely, but I know I'm not lonely. I know I've got a ton of support, and I appreciate the people who are in my life. And if you're feeling like that, I want you to remember that you're not alone either. And one of the reasons why I started to, get into storytelling and want to do comedy is because I'd like to also be a part of a community of like-minded individuals. We're, quirky, a little bit different, think outside the box, like to have fun, silly gooses, silly geeses. Having fun, coming together and creating together. So I don't want this to be like, again, we're very small and we're growing day by day, but down the line, I'd like more people to be, my heart's open, I've been thinking about ideas. I don't know if certain things I'm a little bit hesitant about, and I'll go into a little bit of detail, I guess. Like, for example, I'd like to be doing more spots, obviously, getting more stage time, getting more practice. Space time is limited, so I'm on that email list every week, emailing at least twice, asking very nicely, hoping to get a spot. But there's quite a bit of a gap between, you do one set and then you got to wait quite a while. And I like to get more momentum behind me so that, more practice makes more better. So with that being said, I don't know, there's a part of my brain that's like, maybe I should open up my studio apartment to a little sesh that we could potentially do online and mix other people maybe can, I don't know, I'm just spitballing ideas out there. But then there's a portion of me, because this is not a separate studio from where I live, there's a little bit of that security concern that comes into mind. You don't want to just but I don't know, we'll sort it out. I do want some space to be able to have other people come and do their thing, do your 5 minutes, do your 15 minutes, do your 10 minutes. What's your story? What are you doing? How can we collaborate? How can we teamwork? How can we elevate each other? How can we help each other? These things are always in the back of my mind, because I don't want this to be just, because the journey, as fun as it is, I want there to be more people along the way. That's what makes things fun, when you do things in group activities. Hence, well, so many examples that you guys can think of that require multiple people. I was going to say orgies, but it just feels, we just said it, didn't we? So, But aside orgies, there's plenty other activities that consist of people coming together and doing, no pun intended on the comedy. Oh, we got there, baby. Anywho, just saying, man. It's good to work together. And yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. I don't want there to be like an image of, or like a perception of, this like one person or whether it's me or anybody else for that matter. I don't think there is ever just one person, male, female, doesn't matter. Like you don't just sprout out of nothing into existence and into any realm, whatever realm it may be. And this, for me, I don't want there to be any misconception as to, he's out there like, do it, because no, I'm fully dependent on people, and I need more people, and I need more help, and that's hence the emailing, hence the going out, hence the opening up myself to people and trying to be as genuine as I can. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I just try to be my genuine and authentic self as much as I can and hope for acceptance, and obviously return that. You know, see you being genuine, see you be authentic. I want to return that and be like, hey, cool beans, let's merge. Because it's fun to see other people come and grow beside you and do their own thing, and everybody does different things. You don't even, you know, yeah, I again, this is just a thought in my mind. Could we do a session? I can potentially make a post or something little by little, maybe have a, but then again, yeah, this is a residential building. I don't know how the deets would work out, but anyway, it's ideas in the back burner, things it's good to think about. But if you're in Toronto, if you happen to see these videos, if you're a fellow storyteller or comic, aspiring comic, whichever state, if you'd like to work together, I am fully open. I am fully supportive. We can, you know, shoot me a little, DM me. We can have a little conversation. We could, if you're in the city, anywhere in the GTA, we could meet up. That's a thing. And it's just good to, yeah. I'm trying to be as open and supportive in any way I can be, and I hope to meet like-minded individuals. And again, going back to everything that I've been doing over the weekend, over the past 2 years, you know, just yeah, we gotta unite and uplift each other, and we gotta come together and bring the ha-has together, if that makes any sense. Yeah, just want to open up a little bit and share what's in my heart and in my mind, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you all about today, let's see, we've covered nice outfits, did a little bit of reading sesh, what the message was. Yeah, and the reason why I'm not telling you guys sometimes I'll read a book and I'll tell you the name of it. I'll be like, yeah, go read this book. Sometimes I'll read something and I'd like to just tell you the message of it. And that's the thing with reading, read whatever you like, and information is really valuable. Knowledge is really valuable. And learning to look at things from all aspects is something that we should all be trying to do, you know, because the world as we know it is not so, you know, black and white. It's not left or right. It's not just north, south, or east, west, or, you know, it's all of it. It's all of it together, which makes all of us. We all have a part of each other in us. So, you know, anywho, moving along. And I know today's sesh was not, and I didn't intend it to be this, like, because I'm a little bit, you know, a little bit on trying to just take it day by day sort of thing. And it's, yeah, a little bit of, you got to be patient. That's what I'm just telling myself and reminding myself. And you got to be, and it's okay. You got to remember, I'm saying these things out loud so that I hear it, and maybe it's of help to anybody out there doing the same thing or similar things or completely different things. But there is a little bit of, I guess, of a point that might be of value, and is to just be patient. Everything takes time. Moving along, fam, a movie that I watched over the weekend, gonna got recommended to me, and I'd like to recommend it to you guys. But I was hesitant to watch this movie, and I'll tell you why, man. It's an older movie. Name of the movie is called Let's Do It Again, starring Bill Cosby. And, you know, a while ago I was going through a phase. I go through different types of movies. Sometimes I'll sit down and watch black and white movies, just like really old movies, or like cult classics, or, you know, whatever, different genres. At one point I was going through as many of the blaxploitation movies in the mid 70s, and, you know, came across a lot of gems, a lot of beautiful movies, and it's really cool because for different reasons. One, you get a window into a period of history of how people were in reality, but also how people were acting, using lighting, using sound, the way people communicate together, the language that they use. What do they use that we still use today in modern or contemporary film, movies, media? What do they do that we don't do at all? You know, it's really neat. So watch, yeah. So when I was going through, you know, it was a few, you know, it's a bunch of movies that I watched during that phase, and I still like to go back and try to discover more, obviously. But you know, one time I came across Let's Do It Again, and I started watching it for about like 2 3 minutes. Then I noticed it was Bill Cosby in it, and given everything that's unfortunately been surrounding him, I just felt a little bit hesitant as to watch it. And this again, I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but like growing up, I used to watch the Cosby Show. I used to love Bill Cosby, the Huxtables, everybody. It was a really good family show, you know, especially again going back to like a little part of me being that latchkey kid. TV was a good form of both entertainment, education, and family. So so that's what it is, man. A little bit of it was, yeah, yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know, and I'm not gonna comment on those aspects of matters that I don't know the details of. Really, that's essentially it. What I would like to talk about is just the movie or piece of history or art, you know, and it was really cool. For something to be good, it's still like the signs of something being good. If it stands the test of time, if you can look back at it and it's been made in the 70s or 80s or even prior to that, and it still makes you laugh and it still has creative aspects that you're like, man, we don't do this or that's not been, or if it triggers those emotions in you, then I think that means that it's a solid piece of work. And yeah, I think Bill Cosby, again, getting into wanting to, you know, aspiring comic, funny fella, funny mofo. And yeah, I don't know what to, you know, it's really difficult, to be honest, as an outsider who's not in the Hollywood machine, who's not in any sort, I'm not involved in any sort of, you know, large media corporation, and I don't know any, but that's the thing. Stories come out, and yeah, yeah, I don't know what to think of it. I don't know what to think of it, so I'm not going to comment. Uh, when I was growing up and watching the Huxtables, enjoyed that show, and yeah, and so that's that, and that's again going back to all the reading and all the sitting down, a little meditating. You gotta, you know, trying to moving forward as I gain more days in my days of thousands of days being on this planet. You know, I'd like to be able to try to, if I don't know something for sure, I don't want to comment. And again, you learn from your mistakes. What I'd like to be able to do is, until I know certain for myself, I don't want to take sides of anything, you know, because that to me would not be right without me knowing everything. And I don't, and that's the thing in this day and age of so much information hitting you. And I'm not defending anybody. And I'm not diminishing anybody either, because frankly, in certain regards, in certain aspects, I don't know. So I'm just gonna move aside from that. But that's my thing, was that yeah, it's cool to watch something that's been made, you know, mid 70s. So what is that? Almost 50 years ago, and it still hits. Work in and of itself, really good. So I do recommend everybody, whoever's into it, go watch it. And yeah, for other matters moving forward too, same thing. If I don't know too much, you know, and we joke about everything in here, and it makes me just, yeah. But I'm learning, I'm growing, and trying to, you know, be as mindful as I can be, if that makes any sense. But at the same rate, gotta let loose. You gotta, and again, it's all about that balance. It's all about that balance. Right, boys and girls. Those are all the items that I've written down that I wanted to talk about today. Moving forward for the rest of the week, obviously we're going to be here again on Wednesday and on Friday. And I know today's sesh was probably a little bit more of a conversation rather than, me, because sometimes I just come in here bing bang boom with but I needed a little bit of a reset in my own mind, a little bit of it's okay, slow it down. We are, again, early stages, learning, growing, expanding like mushrooms. So I got a ton of work to do at the same rate. Again, I'm appreciative of people in my life, and I'd like to include more people, and I'd like to be included in different opportunities as well, which is why I am, again, opening my heart, opening my eye, opening my mind, opening everything, baby. Everything's open. It's open for business. Look at this. It says we're open. It's never been closed. We've been open. So I hope to hopefully get a little bit more stage time. And I'm going to continue to work on the old craft and get better at it over time. And that's what it takes. Just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of dedication, a little bit of persistency, a little bit of knowing where you are, and also believing, because that's what it is, man. It's, again, I don't know, for different people doing different things. Some things, some occupations, some things are very clear. You do a certain thing, you get to a certain stage, there's certain standards or levels or boundaries or heights that you could, and it's tangible within from experience, from doing this, from the arts is a little bit it's a little bit more, there are no real clear milestones. Like from what I see, it's just like it's work, and then and then things happen because you do the work, and not always. So it's not like even a guarantee. So that's the thing. But nonetheless, it's the path that we've chosen. I love it. It's a journey. It's fantastic. It comes with full of excitement, and it's different. That's the beauty of it, and it's different, and that's what I've wanted all my life. That's what I've been, yearning for, something that doesn't just put me in a little box and makes me, realized this for several years now. I'm not a 9-to-5 type of personality, or, the way I like to be a little bit free. I do what I does when it needs to be done. But asides that, Papa's just trying to learn to, enjoy the process, grow, and be of support, and remind myself that, we all need more love, and that's what I'm here to do. One of the biggest things that I'd like to do is be uplifting, be motivating for people, be a little bit of, if you're having a bad day, maybe come check out a video. Maybe it'll turn it around for you. And if it doesn't, go check out another video. It'll probably turn around your day. And if it does, check out another vid, dude. And also check out other videos. But at the same rate, again, going back to that balance, we should all step outside, get a little bit of sunshine, go swim in the neighbor's pool that they've just filled up with clean, fresh water. What's up, neighbors? Show up to a barbecue that you've not been invited to. Just start going around high-fiving and pounding with everybody. What up, cuz? And nobody's going to ask a question if you go mid-barbecue. You don't want to go early, like, barbecue, dude. Mid-barbecue, when everybody's had a chicken wing and a couple of beers. Oh, you wear shades and you put on a hat. Next thing you know, you're munching on a drumstick, clinking beers, making plans for next week at the cottage. That's how you do it, baby. Infiltrate. And then you show up and you're all like, you just end up in all the family pictures. And then 20 years goes by. Who's that guy? It's, that's Uncle such and such. That's your name, such and such. And they'll be like, do we have an Uncle such and such? You're like, I thought he was from your side of family. And then they'll be like, no, I thought he was from your side of family. Who is this guy? Terrifying. If he can keep, that is, be careful out there. But also, hell, it's, the more the merrier. Give a guy a chance. You never know. But also, balance. Be careful, but have fun. That's the, but also, do it. Love you, gang. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being so supportive. Thank you for being patient with me. And again, I hope you guys like these videos. Once again, you can find them on YouTube for the full-length video. If you search Rob Sadri, if you subscribe, full-length videos up in there. And then you like segments, you like parts, you go to Instagram, and then you want to get a little bit fiscal action going on. If that's your thing, I appreciate you. It's on the Patreon. Go check it out. And we're growing and we're moving along, baby. Choo, 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 fucking choo, baby. Talk to y'all on Wednesday. Have fun. Spread the word. Peace out.